But enough of us, let's show you what you're really interested in, this beautiful new facility, and there you have it, the new home court for the Baylor Bears. So much talent offensively on this roster. You want to hopefully sign someone who can keep the players together, but also maximize the potential once you have them. Well, I tell you what, Chris, this team has been so hot this postseason. They're probably hotter than I am right now, about to melt in this heat out here. Their first loss of the entire tournament, not just the World Series, the entire NCAA tournament came yesterday. Coming into tonight, we were down to the final 4 teams in Class 5A, 4 of the best. But boy, these Eagles made it look easy. The longest active win streak in Texas high school football is over. Lorena defeats Franklin 52-49 with the walk-off field goal. We have to point out the under-the-radar matchup of the night, Cameron Yo against the actual Game of the Week trophy itself. I know my escape routes, and I'm going to be prepared for whatever happens post-game.
Was this something we expected, Ben? Because I don't know.
I don't think so. I think it came down to how much you can just stomach that financial gut punch, as you mentioned, of 76, really almost $77 million. Halloween just around the corner, and I think Marcel Reed might just be dressing up as some type of superhero for Texas A&M. Puts on his cape as Mike Elko makes the switch in the second half. The Aggies didn't really have any momentum to speak of, but as soon as he came in the game, a touchdown. And I think that just about does it for Baylor sports at the moment. Can't think of anything else that's in season unless, okay, fine. We'll talk about it. Saturday night was not good for Baylor football. It's not hard to overlook the ordinary challenges in life.
Second grade.
Something as easy as tying your shoe.
He was like, how can I do that with one hand?
But Giovanni Ceros always finds a way.
I mean, I can show you how I did it. I think it's pretty cool.
I'm not always going to be here to tie it.
Then I make a hole right here.
Teacher's not always going to be here to tie it.
I go around.
You're going to have to figure it out.
I mean, it just taught me that I need to learn how to, like, adapt to, like, how I am.
Giovanni's mother, Gracie, had no indication her son would be any different during her pregnancy.
My mom told me, she's like, God gives you what he thinks you can handle, and this is a gift. The delivery doctor that delivered him, he's like, you know, the Houston Astros will be looking for that left-handed pitcher one day.
Once Giovanni started attending school,
I noticed he was hiding his hand. I was like, why are you doing that? And he said, because the kids look at me.
Yeah, it took me a while, it did. I mean, kindergarten through, like, second grade, I was very, you know, I didn't talk to anybody. I was really shy.
For the first day of third grade, I bought him a shirt that said, 10 fingers are overrated.
his favorite sport eventually provided a huge boost of confidence.
The baseball part is what turned me around and made me realize that I'm just as normal as everybody else. I didn't like to be told that I couldn't do it or I'm not good enough, so that was how my mindset was.
The learning process was a process.
It was all just improvising. I think when I was really young, 4 or 5, I'd catch the ball or like stop the ball, I'd put my glove down and take the ball out and throw it.
But eventually, he found a method of success.
I want to say like 7 or 8 is when I tried the glove where I'd pull it off and grab the ball. And it just got faster as I got older. So I just kind of figured it out on my own.
Giovanni spent time at first and in the outfield. One day, he took up a new position.
One of the coaches was like, does he pitch? And I'm like, you can try.
I thought the pitcher was the best position when I was younger. I thought, you run the game and you determine how the game goes.
Ceros has been a weapon for Cameron Yo on the mound. Last year, he picked up second-team All-District honors. Vonnie frequently attracts outside admirers while he pitches for the Yeomen. Earlier this year, his mother connected with a former co-worker and told her,
you need to come watch my son play one day.
Gracie's friend also has a son with an arm that never fully developed. The two connected after a game in Lexington, with both teams looking on. Vonnie put on a clinic, both in pitching and leadership.
He had no fingers, no limb. He just had the nub part. And, I just showed him. He played baseball too, so he wanted to see how I was able to play. He was having doubts about himself too, that he couldn't play very well. But I just told him, if you keep practicing and don't let anybody tell you can't play, you'll be all right.
That was a very special moment, not just for me. I think it was for every team player that was out there to see that this kid has something special to give to other kids and show that it doesn't matter your condition or anything like that, that you can take it on and you can still do whatever you want to do.
I'm just proud that he's given 100% in school 100% in sports and never gave up. And that's what I've always told them. Don't ever give up on anything. You try to you master it, and don't let anybody ever tell you that you can't do something.
As Giovanni ties a bow on his time at Cameron Yo, he wants everyone to embrace their full potential, no matter what hand you may be dealt. What's like the biggest thing you think your story can teach people, just in terms of how far you've been able to go with your work ethic and everything else?
Yeah, it's not even the fact that, you know, I have just one arm. I just think everybody should just try it. If you think you can't do it, I mean, just go ahead and try it. The worst you can do is fail again, and then just keep going until you achieve it.
In addition to his athletic achievements, Giovanni is set to graduate in the top 10 of his class at Cameron Yo. After that, he plans to attend Baylor University on scholarship to major in business. The Yeomen just held their senior night on Tuesday. Their final regular season game will be Friday at Rockdale.